Hi, this is Samir for ThinkDigit.com, and today we're going to take a look at the LG Optimus G. There are two reasons why we are really excited about this smartphone. To start with, it is the next flagship smartphone from LG, and it was also used as a reference to make the Nexus 4, which is also made by LG. So let's start by taking a look at the design and build of the Optimus G. At first glance, the LG Optimus G has a very brick-like industrial candy bar design. Put simply, the LG Optimus G is quite edgy, which is to say that the edges are sharp not only in the four corners of the display but also the sides of the display, which make it cut through your hands, giving it a slightly uncomfortable feel. We like the more curvier design found on the Nexus 4. Put side by side, it is safe to say that the Nexus 4 and the Optimus G look like siblings. The front of the device is quite similar, and so is the back with its dotted texture under the rear glass panel. The dotted textured look looks better on the Nexus when compared to the Optimus G, but that isn't to say that the Optimus G looks bad. The rear panel of the Optimus G has a glass which is the same finish as the Nexus, giving it quite a nice smooth feel, which we've already come to know from the iPhone 4, which brought about the glass back on a smartphone. The LG Optimus G is quite a slim smartphone at 8.5 mm in thickness and weighs about 145 grams. It has a unibody design, which is to say that you do not have access to the battery, and there is also no option for expandable memory, which is a downer. In terms of its connectivity options, it has the power button on the right, the volume rocker on the left, the headphones jack on the top, and the bottom has the micro USB port, a very standard layout for smartphones these days. Despite the sharp edges, the Optimus G is quite a well-built smartphone. You will not find the polycarbonate finish found on the One X or the HTC Butterfly, and it doesn't have the plasticky feel found on the S3 as well. Nonetheless, the Optimus G is quite a good-looking phone. Taking a look at the performance of the Optimus G, you do get a bang for your buck for a 30,000 rupee phone. In terms of its specifications, the Optimus G runs on Android 4.1.2 Jelly Bean. It has a 4.7-inch IPS Plus display with a resolution of 1280 by 768. The smartphone is powered by a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, and the Adreno 320 GPU. It comes with 32 GB of built-in storage and has no expandable options. It also supports Wi-Fi, DLNA, and Bluetooth 4.0. The rear of the smartphone houses a 13-megapixel camera that can record video in 1080p. The front of the smartphone also has a camera for video calling. The entire package is powered by a 2100 mAh battery. Compared to other smartphones in its price range, the LG Optimus G performs very well. In most of the benchmarks, it is a top performer, to be beaten only by the HTC Butterfly, which of course shows off some impressive power under the hood as well. The biggest advantage of the Optimus G when it comes to specifications is the whopping 2 GB of RAM. Most of the other flagship smartphones available today have 1 GB RAM, except for the Nexus 4, the LG Optimus G, and the HTC Butterfly. The display of the Optimus G is a true HD IPS Plus LCD display. In a word, it is gorgeous. We saw a lot of videos, played some games, used apps, and the display is just fantastic. It's crisp, the viewing angles are very wide, the black levels are deep, and the color representation is really good. The display is much better than that found on the Nexus and comes really close to the HTC Butterfly. The Butterfly, however, still has one of the best displays we've seen on a smartphone till date. The 13-megapixel camera, however, is a little disappointing. The daytime shots, if the lighting condition is ideal, come out really well, whereas shots taken in the night can be a little disappointing. The 2100 mAh battery lasted for about 6 hours in our continuous video playback test, which is decent considering the 2100 mAh battery. In an average everyday use of making calls, texting, some social networking and gaming, you can make it through the day with about 10% battery by the time you reach home at night. For 30,000, you really do get a very good performing device in the Optimus G. The power under the hood is great, specifications are top notch, and for once we have a user interface that can give TouchWiz and Sense UI a run for its money. The display is gorgeous. The only downside is the build of the phone, which is a little sharp and a little too simple for some people's taste. If you are looking for your next flagship Android smartphone, you can definitely consider the LG Optimus G. At Digit, we give it a 3.5 out of 5.